In this example, we consider the electric bill of two families in the same neighborhood. So the first family consumes in a given month 300 kilowatt hours of electricity, and their bill comes to $46.72. The second family consumes 440 kilowatt hours of electricity, and their bill comes to $63.52. So we can make several assumptions. So we can assume that there is a fixed cost. So example, a meter cost. So there's some fixed amount that is charged every month regardless of how much electricity a given household consumes. And then secondly, there is a cost per kilowatt hour. So the more energy that's consumed, the greater the cost. There's a fixed rate, so this is basically a fixed rate. So for every kilowatt hour that you consume, you're charged a given amount. So in other words, we're assuming it's a linear function. So we can say y equals f of x. So here x represents the amount of electricity. So this is in kilowatt hours consumed for the month, and then f of x, so this would be the output, tells the cost in dollars of the electric bill. So basically we'll assume that f of x is a linear function. So we have basically these two data points, and we have to figure out what the linear function is. So we have f of 300 is equal to 46.72, and f of 440 is equal to 63.52. So the first thing to do here is to figure out what the slope is. So let's determine the slope. So the slope is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's always a change of y over the change of x. So y2 will be the output of the second, so we'll say 63.52, and then minus y1, 46.72, then divided by the change in x. So 440 minus 300. So 63.52 minus 46.72, this is equal to 16.80 divided by 140, and that works out to be 0.12. So the slope is 0.12. So to find the equation, we can now rely on the point-slope form. So the point-slope form says y minus y0 is equal to m times x minus x0. And for our x0 and y0, let's just use 346.72. So y minus 46.72 is equal to 0.12 times x minus 300. Now 300 times 0.12 is going to be 36. So this is equal to 0.12x minus 36. So therefore y is equal to 0.12x plus 1072. So this is the function, or we can also write it as f of x is equal to 0.12 plus 10.72, 0.12x. So what does this represent? So the slope, which was m is equal to 0.12, represents the charge per kilowatt hour. So the units of this should be in dollars per kilowatt hour. We know this because the output has to be in the units of dollars. So let's write the function up here. F of x is 0.12x plus 10.72. So the input x is in kilowatt hours. The units of x are kilowatt hours, and the units of f of x are in dollars, which means the 10.72 should be dollars. Since x is in kilowatt hours, then 0.12 should be dollars per kilowatt hour. So the units agree all the way through. We get dollars per kilowatt hour times kilowatt hours, that just gives me dollars, and then plus dollars equals dollars. So it's 0.12 dollars per kilowatt hour, and then it's 10.72 dollars. So the 10.72 is your fixed charge per month. This is the amount that's charged regardless of how much electricity you use or consume. And then the 0.12 dollars per kilowatt hour is basically the rate. So that's how much each kilowatt hour of electricity costs. And so this gives us our linear function for the given problem.